The Community Education Channel presents Community View, a closer look inside community issues that matter. It's a glimpse, a preview, bringing public perception to light on local community issues that make a difference. Hello, I'm Melissa Anderson. Welcome to Community View. He's been mayor of Santa Clara for more than 16 years, and he was re-elected without opposition this year. With me now is Rick Rosenberg. Welcome, Mayor Rosenberg, and congratulations again. And you're into your 5th term?
This will be my 5th term. Yep.
What makes you want to continue to be mayor and actually put all this time in as a servant in Santa Clara?
You know, I love the community. The job is something, people ask me if I'm crazy, but it's something that I enjoy, the work that the mayor does in the mayor's office, and working with the citizens and working with the staff and enacting new ordinances and working with the neighboring cities, the water district, all of that. I enjoy that activity, and so it's it's a job, but it's an adventure too, and I love it. I really do.
It's definitely an adventure, and you're not growing you're growing as fast as all the rest of the communities here in Washington County, but you're almost out of room. Tell us a little bit about your growth and what's happening out there.
Oh yeah, Santa Clara's got, we've been growing about the same pace as our neighbors. The big difference in Santa Clara is real estate. We're limited on where we can grow. Most of the privately owned property within the city now is in some phase of development. They've been developed, they're in the process of being developed, they're in the process of getting plans reviewed so they can start developing, or they're doing development agreements to facilitate that development in the future. There's very few parcels, maybe take away some of the farms in the valley, that have not started that process in the city. The city annexed 1,500 acres of BLM property to the west and south of the city about 20 years ago, on the hope that that property could be privatized and we'd be able to continue our growth that direction. That hasn't happened. The BLM is, they've been a little tight with that property. They discovered some endangered species out there, some critical habitat, and now the recreation, the mountain bike trails and ATV trails has kind of taken over that area to where I don't know if we'll ever get the opportunity to develop it, at least not with the current administration and the way the BLM approaches things. I don't see that happening. We've actually removed development from our capital facilities plans regarding the South Hills. So we've kind of pulled back the planning effort on that until we see a little bit of effort coming in to make it developable. And we're dealing with what we've got, and that's, it's going away pretty fast.
Yeah. Now you do have some tax revenue coming in locally, but also from your short-term rentals that are in that area, and I know that's probably been a highlight for Santa Clara as well.
Yeah, short-term rentals has been a little different in Santa Clara. We, a number of years ago, when we were approached by a developer to do a short-term rental project, there really weren't any legal ones in the city. And we sat down and developed an ordinance to where we set up the minimum standards for a short-term rental community. So if you want an Airbnb or a vacation by owner home in Santa Clara, it has to be in a project that's approved for it, and every home in that project is a short-term rental. When you buy and build that home, every one of your neighbors is going to be the same way. So you're not inserting a short-term rental home into an existing single-family neighborhood where it can have some negative impacts with number of cars that show up and all that stuff. Every home in that neighborhood is the same way. And they have to be managed, they have to be well maintained, they have to have additional amenities, they have to have additional architectural look. If you go out and look at the short-term rental neighborhoods in Santa Clara, they're all pretty nice homes. They're big homes with a lot of amenities, and they're very popular with people who want to come here on vacation, and they would rather stay in a home than in a hotel. There's 2 water parks out there that are some of the best in the county within these little vacation rental communities. And it's worked out pretty good for us. We talked to our police people, and Chief Flowers has reported we don't have a lot of police activity inside the short-term rental neighborhoods.
That's nice.
They don't impact the schools. They pay large property taxes. They visit all of our commercial and our retail establishments. They support Harmon's, the Harmon's grocery store out there tremendously, having those short-term rentals that close to it. And they put a little pressure on the city with traffic, especially this time of year. And some of the park facilities, the pickleball courts are really popular, and they're close to the short-term rental neighborhood, and so they kind of get used that way. But for the most part, they're bringing additional tourism dollars into the city. They're supporting our existing sales tax base, or supporting our property tax base, with really minimal impacts on the community.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a good, nice little bedroom community.
It is. I mean, you can look at it like a hotel. We
Yeah.
don't have any hotels in Santa Clara, but we have our short-term rentals that kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to ask you about is the growth that's going out there, since we are running out of room, but you are still seeing a lot of businesses come in. Are there any new that are popping up?
Oh yeah, there's a whole list. The Tag and Go Car Wash is open. The Swig and Mobetta's is open now. We've got some more drink shops that are coming in there on the corner. Some whole new commercial establishments that are happening right there around the Pioneer and Rachel intersection. Vision Dixie kind of envisioned a new town center in Santa Clara at that location, and it's kind of come to be. We have a nice retail core with the Harmons, and everybody's building kind of around the Harmons. Buck's Ace Hardware is open. We worked for years to get Buckhurst to open that store out there. It's opened, it's doing well. And now we've got some townhome projects on the north of it, so it's starting with commercial in the core, a little higher density on the outside. Santa Clara recently approved 2 apartment projects, which in Santa Clara is unheard of. We didn't have an approved apartment complex where it had more than a home in the basement or a duplex until the Regal Living project was recently approved. They're in the design right now. We're working with Robert Smith, the developer of Arcadia, to put in another apartment project, Quail Crossing, out there. That project we're really excited about because he asked for short-term rentals, and the city council, when they were working with him on his approvals, wouldn't give him the apartments unless they were affordable, unless they were attainable housing. So we've got 120 units that is eligible for people who make down to 35% of the AMI, the average medium income.
Yeah.
So they're tax credit housing, they're regulated, they're monitored. We've got some housing coming to Santa Clara for people who need it, service industries and the public employees and those types of things that can't find a place to live right now because of the cost of housing.
We do have a huge shortage of housing, so kudos to you for
we've got one
allowing
coming
that
in,
going.
and we're excited about that. And so it's a real diversity of housing that's happening now in Santa Clara. We still have new single-family residential lots being built, some large lots that we're kind of famous for. Those are still happening. But we've also got townhomes, we've also got the apartments coming, and so it's kind of an exciting time in addition to the resorts. The resorts are talking about expanding as well.
Well, that's great. It sounds like everything's going great for you out there. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing all that development and finding out what's going to happen even down the road further.
Great.
Take care. Thanks
Thank you.
again for your service, and congratulations.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thanks for watching. And to find out more, you can go to Santa Clara City, go to their website where you can find out where their council meetings are, check it out, check out their newsletters, and we hope you have a great day.